जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी को हम प्रणाम करेंगे और वंदन देंगे। तीन महामंत्र और उसके पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। अभी हम संतुलन करेंगे। लेफ्ट हैंड स्क्रीन के सामने, राइट हैंड जमीन की ओर। श्री माता जी, आप कृपा करके हमारी इड़ा नाड़ी के सभी दोष और बाधाओं को पूर्ण रूप से पृथ्वी तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की ओर। श्री माता जी, आप कृपा करके हमारे आध्यात्मिक उन्नति में आ रहने वाली राइट साइड के सभी दोष और बाधाओं को पूर्ण रूप से आकाश तत्वों में विलीन कीजिए। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, चित्त पूर्ण रूप से तालु पे। श्री माता जी, आप कृपा करके हमें निर्विचार ध्यान में स्थिर कीजिए। इसी निर्विचार अवस्था में हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे।
Yesterday we spent a lot of time asking questions and answering. I don't mind a little bit of that, but not too much. Yesterday we had too many questions and answers. So if you could ask me some questions is all right. But should be relevant, because you know I am not here to get anything out of you. It's just to tell you what you have, to give you what is yours. It all happens because of your energy. I have nothing to do with it in a way. Like one candle which is enlightened can enlighten another light.
Could you tell something about the nadis?
Nadis. You didn't tell them. He told me he has already talked to you. The left one is known as the Ida Nadi, which caters to the left side. The right one as the Pingala Nadi, which caters to the right side. The central one is known as the Sushumna Nadi. Also there are many other details about it, which once you come to Sahaja Yoga you'll know a lot of. It's too much really, because I must have given at least 3,000 to 4,000 lectures in English language itself, and they are all on the tape. You can always listen to them. Knowledge is like a vast ocean, and the source of knowledge is your spirit. So once you are realized, you will be able to understand everything.
What is it that happens when a lot of energy comes pouring out of here and you get like a movie of pictures in front of you, symbols?
What happens when a huge amount of energy comes out of here and manifests itself in forms of pictures?
That means this center is broken. It's not all right. You shouldn't see anything. You shouldn't see the light. You have to be the light. If I see the light, then I'm not the light. All right?
How much influence does food have on the collective consciousness?
What has?
Food.
Food. You see, is food, food we deal with in such a manner that whatever you have to be the light. If I see the light, then I'm not the light. All right?
How much influence does food have on the collective consciousness?
What has?
Food.
Food. You see, is food, food we deal with in such a manner that whatever is deficient in a person, whatever is complementary in a person should be eaten. Like you have to, supposing you people are very right-sided, then you must take to carbohydrates. But if you are left-sided, then you have to take to proteins. But very big animals than human beings are not to be eaten because their muscles are very big and they cause troubles to your teeth and things like that. But food becomes a secondary thing after you have had the ambrosia of realization. It's not so important. Just don't bother about too much about food at all. Oh. What you say?
Between what? How do people balance individually? Everybody has a different sort of set of problems. How does each individual balance, bring about the balance?
I mean, first is, of course, individual balance. And when you are individually balanced, then when you are the spirit, then it's a collective consciousness. In that, the spirit gives you a absolute nature. And everybody being absolute, there's no problem of balancing with anyone else. You just enjoy each other, that's all. Only you dress up differently, you comb your hair differently. That doesn't matter. That's all outside. But inside you enjoy each other. There's a beautiful thing said about one poet, Namadeva. Yesterday I told them about that one, no? Mm. About Namadeva, who was a tailor, just a tailor. And he went to see another realized soul, another saint, in another village, who was a potter. And the potter was kneading the clay with his feet when this Namadeva went there. And he went and he stood stand. And he said, a beautiful poem he has written, that I came here to see the formless, means the vibrations. I came here to feel the vibrations. I came here to see the formless, but the whole formless is in your form. What an appreciation, what an enjoyment, and what endearment it creates. I mean, we human beings never talk like that. You see, when we talk to each other, it's so artificial and can be very selfish, can be very schemy, and can be anything. You just don't know. If somebody says thank you to you, you have to start thinking, why? What did I do? Or somebody says something bad about you, should know, I have done nothing good for him, why is it saying bad about me, I don't know. It's like that, you see, it's not that. It's absolutely clear-cut, crystal clear temperament you get. Absolutely. You become crystal clear, and the other person is also crystal clear, and just enjoy each other, that's all. We have never enjoyed each other. Actually, we have never used the power of love. We have always used the power of hatred. Anything that you want to do, you have to put some sort of a issue to fight. Here, there is no such question. Such a state we all should have for the emancipation of humanity, for the emancipation of our country, all the countries all over the world, for our children and for ourselves. Yes, sir.
What happens to Kundalini when there's a major accident or some injury to this area?
We have to correct it. If it's physically very much injured, it can be corrected. There's no such problem. Yes.
Everything in creation is interconnected. Therefore, couldn't it be possible that free choice is actually Maya?
Now, you have free choice to know it's Maya. You have to reach that point. Otherwise, you will never accept. You see, we are human beings. If you are told anything, we'll never accept it. So it's better to reach that point where to feel that it's all a sort of an illusion. And then you discover it. You have to have that much free choice. We are made that way. And such a choice is to be accepted, to be respected.
Because the Kundalini is such a strong force, what does it do or not do to the body if it does not get the opportunity to rise, as you have indicated?
Kundalini is such a strong force. What happens when it doesn't actually achieve the connection?
In Sahaja Yoga, we'll see that it reaches that point. But it is a force like, in a seed, there's a primule. And the primule first just sprouts, then a little plant it becomes, gradually it becomes a very big tree, and out of that tree, thousands of seeds come in. So in that little bit of that seed, there are the maps of all these creations. In the same way that Kundalini is a force. Supposing it rises and it reaches the apex also and is not established, then we have to remember the parable of Christ, that some of the seeds fell in the marshy land and got lost. Then again they take birth. Then again they work it out. So best thing is to get it done once for all. The time has come. It's a blossom time. Better have it done.
Perhaps now would be the time.
Huh?
Perhaps now would be the time.
Of course. Perhaps no, it is. It is the time. Yes, please.
Is it possible to do any yoga without balance the mind?
Will any yoga balance the mind?
Mind under the control, you can do any yoga without control the mind?
Can any yoga balance the mind?
Cannot. Any other yoga is a part and parcel of the same. Actually, they have separated. They have taken out one part of yoga there. If you see the Patanjali yoga, it is Ashtangas, means there are 8 fold. And basically he is dealt with the ascent, with the thoughtless awareness, which are nirvichar samadhi, and then with the doubtless awareness, which has to be achieved. And that is only through the Kundalini awakening. Also, he has suggested some exercises that are to be done if it is necessary. When the Kundalini rises, we know where the problem is and we can do the exercises. And so all the yogas are included in Sahaja. When the Kundalini rises, then it goes into Raja Yoga, in the sense that one center augments when the Kundalini is passed through that. Supposing the Kundalini has come out of it, then it has to close, because it has to stop the Kundalini. Then it passes through another, then it has to close again. All this is called as bandha. But this is not to be done outside. It is to be done by the machinery itself, which works spontaneously, automatically. Yesterday I told you, as the car starts, all the machine starts working. But without starting the car, if you start moving the wheels, what will happen?
How will this time be viewed in another similar period of time?
In the future.
Yeah.
How will this period that we're living in now be viewed from the future?
Viewed from the future is the excellent time, the best time. And then we are not thinking of future or of past. Once we enter into that, then we just enjoy the present, which we have never enjoyed. Because future doesn't exist, the past is over. We have to be in present. So we establish ourselves in present and enjoy every moment of it. Future is just our imagination, idea.
Can one person release that energy for another?
Of course. That's what I said. One enlightened person can enlighten another person.
Through the method of Shiatsu.
Or through the method of Shiatsu? I don't know.
No, there's no such a thing, only under your hand. You can move it. It moves through your hand. Just if you move like this, you can do it. As simple as that. It has to be simple, because it is so vital.
Krishnamurti doesn't believe this. He believes that the help can come to you. It has to come to you.
You see, Krishnamurti has said too many things. Talking is not the way. It is the actualization, is the becoming. That is important. So many books have been written. I tell you, even you see the books, one goes mad the way this is written, and really people are wondering what is what, whom to go, what to do. Actually, it's the actualization. It's the actualization that is important.
Shanasti, would now be the time for that actualization?
Yes, of course. It's all right, there's one lady there. Yes, madam? What is she reading? What is it? can get few words.
I think I've got the message now. Mother, the lady is asking the question as to, she's wondering whether the awakening of Kundalini can in fact be dangerous. She's read a number of books where they
It's
suggest...
correct. That I should have covered already. It is not dangerous at all. At all. You see, these books are written by people who are absolutely unauthorized. Have they raised anybody's Kundalini? They haven't. But just a madam, sit down, sit down. You see, this job is to be done by somebody who is authorized, by the divine. Every Tom, Dick and Harry cannot do it. You see, when you put, supposing a plug into the, you put your hand into the plug and say the electricity is dangerous because you don't know what plug is. You have to know it. If you know it, you can do it. It's not, this is all modern. It's all modern, I think, is more 20th century knowledge that has come up. None of the old books have written such a nonsense like that. This is just to frighten people so that they don't get their realization, is the point. She's your mother. Kundalini is your mother. Your individual mother. And she knows each and everything about you. Not only that, but she's such a loving mother that she gives you a rebirth without even you knowing about it till you really feel it. It's so wonderful. Now, your mother, when she gave you birth, she took up all the labor pains upon herself in the same way. Now, we have had thousands of people who got realization. Nobody felt anything bad except sometimes who do feel little heat, that's all. Thousands of people. But the people who have written that is all modern style. On the contrary, there was a great saint called Ramadasa at the time of Shivaji. He was the guru of Shivaji, was a very well-known king of Maharashtra. And somebody asked him that how much time does it take for a Kundalini to rise? So he used a Sanskrit word meaning tatkshana, meaning that moment. But the person who has to do it has to be authorized, and the person who has to take it must desire it. This is the word he used. This is all modern nonsense that has come up to sell books, that's all I think. Or some of the people who had no authority, those who led a very funny life. I know of someone who has written a funny book about Kundalini, who has a very bad life of his own, and he says that I got such a shock, I got this, that. Naturally. You had no business to enter into an area where you are not authorized. And if so, also you should have gone to somebody who is authorized. The authority has to come from the divine. That's important.
Who is your guru, he's asking.
I'm my own guru and I'll make you your own guru. You don't have to go to any guru anymore. You become your own guru. When the Atma, the spirit, comes into you, then you don't need any guru. Why do you need? Of course I can give you guidance, and at the most you can call me the mother, that's all. There is no need to be subservient to anyone. There is no need to pay anyone. Of course not, you cannot pay. Anybody who takes your money is your servant. A man who has no self-respect, he takes money from you for God's work, how can he? And we also very foolishly give money to such horrible people who are just devils. They are evil geniuses. And the way they have managed this is they have really made so many people so very sick that sometimes I do not know where are they going to land up, the way they have been. How, madam?
Are you thinking of some person? Are you thinking about somebody individually when you say this? Some individual?
Most of them are in the market. They are in the market. I need not take their names at this auspicious time. Horrible people. Yes, madam?
Is being over-emotional concerned with thinking?
More emotional.
It's over-emotionalism.
Yes, you see, both ways one thinks. Over-emotional people also think, and those who are not emotional also think. It's no question, it acts on both the sides. The emotional people think of the past, oh, I was so happy, now I am so unhappy, sort of thing, see? And the people who are not emotional think how to make others unhappy.
Yes, David. How does what you're talking about line up with what is written in the Bible about salvation and so on?
About what?
Salvation and so on.
Same thing it is, madam. It's the same thing. Absolutely, Bible can be only explained through Sahaja Yoga. Gita can be explained only through Sahaja Yoga. Quran can be explained only through Sahaja Yoga. You have to read between the lines. Christ was given only 3-4 years. What is 3-4 years to explain anything? People were so cruel. You know, I was in London, 4 years I was struggling with 7 hippies. Couldn't give them realization. It's so horrible. What could you do in 4 years? It's not an easy thing to work it out.
Is Kundalini the only force in this particular time that will do this particular job?
No, all the time this was the force. All the time. It's all the time this was the force. It's called also, in the Bible it is said that about the tree of life is this mechanism. Also said that I'll appear before you as tongues of flames. Is when the Kundalini rises, then your centers look like that. So many things there are even in the Bible. In everything, in Quran it is called as asas, the names are different, but it is so. Like Tao is the Kundalini, Tao as described is also Kundalini. Zen system, Zen also means the same, Dhyana is the same thing. Confucius talked of the same thing, Socrates talked of the same thing. But only thing it was not said so clearly, because they were not people intelligent as you are today to understand it, I think, that it was not said so clearly. Today we have so many seekers, can you imagine? So many seekers. The world is full of them. And they are intelligent, they have understood what is divine. They try to understand. It's a very different category of people. As William Blake has said, these are men of God. They will find God and they will make others men of God. It's very clearly, he has said it 100 years back. So that is what it is. And it is all also in one of the Nadi Granthas, which was written by Bhrigu Muni, who was the originator of the horoscopes and all that, astrology. He has written very clearly that this is going to happen. And this year especially is something, according to the calculation, seems to be a big explosion.
It looks like that.
Ah.
Oh, that one. Broken his spinal cord, yes. Even somebody who is severely injured, like in the spinal cord, can Kundalini be raised?
Yes, can be. Can be. Most of the people do get it. If somebody has too much of problems, then it may be that it may little bit trouble, but one can correct it. You see, the generosity of divine is such that it tries to give it to everyone. So much that I am myself amazed. It doesn't consider anything else. Just like a big whirlwind it comes. I am myself surprised how people get realization. Where, like people in Russia, I was telling you yesterday, then I went to Bogota. They had never heard about me, nothing of the kind, and thousands were there. They all got realization, very surprising. I was so surprised. Something is there in the generosity of the divine that it's working out. And it's better that we all get drenched into that
थैंक यू माता जी को प्रणाम करेंगे और बताएंगे।